All right, coming up next, it's a UFC lightweight division bout. Well, this is an outstanding kickboxer making his way to the UFC octagon right now. Very interesting stylistic matchup here tonight. Just an outstanding arsenal of kicks, great punching technique, power in both hands, works the lead leg, not afraid to work the body. Just a complete kickboxer here, now plying his trade in mixed martial arts, a dangerous proposition for anyone caught in his striking range.
This guy has tremendous ground technique, and his ability to pass guard and get to a dominant position is elite.
Well, when we talk about sound defensive fighters, that conversation oftentimes begins with Dominic Cruz, but I'm going to enter this guy in the discussion because he sticks and moves with the best of them, gets the head off the center line, uses footwork and movement and defense to set up his own offense, and he stays so relaxed in there, Joe, because his defense is that sound and uses that defensive movement to create offensive angles. Very, very smart, sound defensive fighter who uses that to his advantage and figures to do that again tonight.
This guy is an outstanding striker. What he wants to do is use his defense to keep the fight standing, use the takedown defense and a good solid sprawl, and if he does go to the ground, make sure he gets back up and punishes his opponent.
And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age, and they both possess the same height and a similar reach. Now here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, Express. And now this is opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A Muay Thai kickboxer, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 2 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA, Tom Fire Kid Duquesne. And in the action begins, our referee in charge, Mario Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki, third man in the octagon for this one.
Are you ready? Let's go! Come on!
And it lands.
Good defense there. Oh!
He might be out.
He is hurt here.
Head kick there, blocked by Duquesne. Oh, another head kick lands. He has got to shore some things up defensively. One more, and it could be lights out. Nice kick to the midsection.
Oh! And he's looking for that left.
How about that shin? Oh, that's a big block, Joe. Went for the inside leg kick.
Good kick.
Oh, beautiful kick to the body there, and he just left himself wide open for that strike. Very vulnerable by leaning in, keeping the guard high to allow for an opening down low.
Oh, good power left kick. Hit him with the jab.
Joe, huge block there. The defense is holding up. Duquesnoy gets absolutely melted by that head kick. Under 3 minutes remain in round one.
Oh, nice.
Strong defense there to block the shot. Oh, caught him there with the head kick. Moving well to his left here, trying to avoid the power in his opponent's right hand. Left-right combo is good. Nice defense there, huge block. Duquesnoy gets in the clinch.
And he goes to the knee to the body. Oh! Elbow lands, he's in trouble, he's stunned.
He's got him hurt here. Wow!
That's it! That's
Unbelievable!
To do that to such a durable guy, and to do it with such composure, the way he recognized he had him hurt, relaxed, kept his rhythm, and just dropped bombs, and then boom.
Yeah, Joe, that was some outstanding ground and pound to get the opponent out of there. He was throwing big shots there on the ground, man. Not just looking to score, but actually looking to end the fight and to make sure the judges stayed firmly out of this equation. Elbows, punches, hammer fist, everything seemed to be working for him here tonight. So there he is after a monumental knockout turned in here tonight. That is one they will be talking about for quite some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 2 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout.
So there's the man of the moment, just the way he drew it up here tonight as he gets his hand raised and does so emphatically by way of the KO. Perhaps some bonus money is coming his way at the end of the night. I'm not sure. Still a few fights to go, but at the very least, you can be sure his next fight will be a big one, and he will celebrate deep into the night with his teammates, his coaches, and his friends after this monumental victory here under the bright lights tonight. Coming up next, a UFC lightweight division bout. A 6-time UFC bonus winner and the UFC bantamweight champion once again. Here is the no-nonsense TJ Dillashaw. For so much of his career, he has fought only elite competition. And at the end of the night, more often than not, it's this man who has had his hand raised, the bantamweight champ, TJ Killashaw, Thrillashaw, TJ Dillashaw.
This guy has some of the best throws I have ever seen in all my years of commentating. His timing, his delivery, and the power in which he delivers these techniques is beautiful to watch.
Enter this young fighter here, his kicks as powerful as anyone in the sport at present. And not only that, but he'll do major damage just by landing a couple of them. Oftentimes, all it will take, one kick to the body just underneath that elbow or a kick to the lead leg, and you can change the entire complexion of the fight. Very curious to see how it plays out for this powerful kicker in this matchup tonight.
This guy has toughness that you cannot teach. He has an incredible ability to absorb punishment and the mental toughness to come back from devastating situations.
And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. More than a decade separates these two fighters when it comes to the age, with similar height and reach. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, Express. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go. Dillashaw's strike there is blocked. Nice job by the defense.
Front kick to the face. Oh. Nailed him with that right hand.
Big knee to the body. Oh. He is throwing that right with fight-ending intentions.
Misses.
Working out of that southpaw stance. Well, he got cracked to the head there, Joe. He's going to have to change things up here with his footwork, with his tempo. He continues to be vulnerable to that strike.
Oh! He's in deep danger right now. Deep danger. Look at this. Takedown. Darce choke. He's on the bottom here. Inside control, and to get the Darce choke, what he wants to do is rotate his body, slide his arm underneath his opponent's neck, clasp his hand behind his own bicep. He's tapping. That's it. We got him. Great job in establishing that submission.
Yeah, Joe, we could barely get the Fight Clock sponsor out, and the submission comes here in round 1. He said he didn't want to waste a lot of time. He knew his opponent would know what was coming. It was going to be takedown attempts in bunches, but he couldn't stop the early shot, and he certainly couldn't stop the submission. So great effort and even better technique here tonight.
And here we see a beautiful example of the Darce choke for the win. And let's watch it here one more time. Deep submission and the tap.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 18 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out.
So there he is, your winner by way of submission. And candidly, Joe, I'm not sure this night could have gone any better. He did have some doubters coming in. He said, I got to mute those naysayers. And they're not going to keep quiet unless I can actually get this guy out of there. So mission accomplished. No judges necessary tonight. He gets the submission. And now all that's left is to celebrate with his coaches and training partners. What a moment for this oncoming fighter here tonight. All right, coming up next, it's a UFC lightweight division bout. Well, no doubt this young man is preparing to unleash some devastating kicks on his opponent tonight. You talk about guys like Thiago Alves, Jose Aldo Jr., the kicks on this young man, absolutely powerful. He can do major damage, too, just by landing a couple of them. You've seen Fights of his where he lands one kick to the body or one to that lead leg and you get an immediate welter bruise, really as powerful a kicker as we've seen in the UFC in some time.
This guy is amongst one of the most elusive fighters as far as his defense is concerned. Extremely difficult to hit.
All right, so here is this defensively gifted fighter, and certainly has some offense as well, but more often than not, that offense is set up by his sound defense. He uses movement beautifully, uses his defense to create offensive angles. This guy can stick and move with the best of the man, and even when you think you have him in a bad position, more often than not, swivels that head off of the center line and counters you right in the jaw. So an outstanding defensive striker, very good counterattacks, and a very interesting matchup in front of him tonight.
This guy has excellent footwork. He's very difficult to catch and corner inside the octagon, and he's always in a position where he can strike and then get away from his opponent's counters.
And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. So more than 10 years apart, these two fighters, with similar height and some differences in reach. All right, to get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a wrestler with a professional record of 18 wins, 7 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Porterville, California, Joe One And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, Express. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so this UFC Grand Prix tournament is coming up next. This format has been all the rage with a lot of the hardcore mixed martial arts fans out there. Sort of an homage to the history of UFC and Pride with a single night tournament game event here. And let's see who can be the last man standing here tonight. Able to check the high kick. Soto gets tagged by that straight punch. Nice land for the offense there. Oh, and he connects there.
Oh, he missed that kick. And he lands the roundhouse.
Soto's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling.
He takes it back. Using good footwork here, moving to the right, staying out of the power range of that big right hand. Just missed with that huge kick. Oh! Misses a huge hook to the head. They're locked in a clinch.
Now he goes for the single leg. Well, he absorbs a kick to the head here, left it wide open. He's got to not move into that power shot. Let's see if he can adjust.
Right hand forward now, switching to southpaw. Still stun
Trying
you.
to double up on that jab.
Hard kick lands.
He hurt him. Soto hanging in there somehow.
Nice head kick. Tries for a low single.
goes in and secures the takedown.
Good control, postures up.
Left hand.
Now he gets the full mount again. Big shot. Good punch.
Just over 2 minutes to go.
He's moved to north-south position. Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy.
Now he covers up as the hammer fists are coming.
A little bit of blood coming out of his left side of his forehead.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
From the north-south position to get the choke, what he wants to do is get his arm under the back of the neck. Once he's got the arm under the back of the neck, locking it in place, he needs to get his left hand and his right hand together. So he has to move the other arm out of the way, clasp the two hands together. He got it! He got it! Nicely done. He got the choke for the tap.
Well, yeah, so the work in the gym pays off here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Gorgeous setup on the choke, and I think even better execution down the stretch. Clearly, it was sunk in deep. His opponent had no choice but to tap or take a nap. In this case, he chose to tap out.
And here we can see it again. That's a real tight choke here. And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 44 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out,
Well, the celebration is on in the corner after the big submission win here tonight. He told us during fight week that he needed to prioritize a finish here. Decisions were not going to be enough to take his career where he wants to take it, and expeditiously. So, gets the submission tonight. Now the celebration is on. There got to be few things in all of pro sports as satisfying than to be able to celebrate a UFC win with your coaches and training partners. And thankfully for this young man, now that is all that is left to do.